Good morning, everybody. This is going to be somewhat of a, not really a different video. It's more of a response to the market and what happened from yesterday to today. How much the market has bled, how much it's bleeding, and how much I think it'll keep bleeding. And if you guys saw my last video on the S&P 500, my TA, I basically said we're either pushing to 450 or we're going to crash to 350. You guys already know how bad the CPI report was, and as of right now, forecast is 350. With that being said, reminder that this is just money. For those of you that are losing a lot of money today, in the past couple of 6 months, and that will keep losing money in the future from here on out. Remember that it is only money. It is going to come back to you sooner or later. The market does recover, given enough time. And there's no reason for anybody to ever do anything irrational because of money. With that being said, I do expect the markets to get worse as of after today. The probability of us closing under 385, which is my official liquidation zone for a lot of hedge funds, for a lot of institutions, for a lot of retail. Everybody is under. Everybody that bought in the last year and a half or so is completely in negative. Unfortunately, my Patreon chat has been adding wood to the fire because we're all short right now, whether it be the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, crypto. I myself am short right now on Solana. You guys can see right here, this is my position. I've been short Solana since yesterday. I've made a couple grand already since yesterday night. Almost pulled an all-nighter, but I decided to sleep. But here's the thing. Historically, after closing a 19% drop from all-time highs, the S&P 500, actually we'll go directly to the SPY to show you guys, but after closing under 19%, let me get rid of this. Historically, we tend to accelerate down. And that is not something that I wanted to tell you guys. That is not something that I wanted to... I already told my Patreon chat yesterday. I already told everybody yesterday what I think is happening and where I think we're going to close as of right now. Right? As of right now, we are at a 20% decline. Anything considering us as an official bear market, or roughly 19 to 20%, as soon as we close the very first day under 19-20%, which hasn't happened yet, right? Today will be the first official day if we do close under 19-20%. Historically, things tend to accelerate a lot faster after that. So if it took us 6, 7, 8 months to get from 470 to where we are now, it'll take us a month, right? Or a couple of weeks to get from where we are at pre-market at 380 down to possibly, my worst forecast is $266 for the S&P 500. And that's forecasting a 30% drop from here, right? So a 30% drop from already a 20% drop would put us roughly at $266, right? 30% drop, we'll do that, whatever, that's fine. And we can even test if there's actually any kind of market structure around this level. And if there is, then obviously that's a very bad sign for what's happening in general, right? So we go back. Is there plenty of market structure? There's market structure at 262. There's a lot more market structure at 280-ish. If I had to guess, if we were actually trying to time the bottom or call the bottom, roughly, I'd say bottom is maybe 280 or so, if I had to guess, for worst case scenario. But roughly, after that 19-20% close, and we officially go into a bear market territory, we tend to drop anywhere between 10% to 30%, right? So right now the range of us dropping is actually anywhere from 342 down to right here, anywhere from 342, which is right here, all the way down to 266, which is worst case scenario. So anywhere in this block of range of price, this is where we are able to drop, anywhere right here. And if we go down to the daily, right? Shows you how far we are still. We're extremely far from that area, right? So as of right now, forecast is probably within 2 months, 3 months, definitely before the end of the year, that we're going to be somewhere in this range before the end of the year. The worst part is that GDP, I don't know when it comes out. We are already in one half of a recession. If that other half comes out as negative and we are officially in a recession, we are definitely going to drop. This week, the Fed is open to giving more to hiking up the interest rate, which is more than likely going to be a 0.5. There's rumors of a 0.75 interest, of an interest point hike. That is very likely also. So as of right now, again, like I said, this is not really gonna be a video of TA. It's mostly just historically letting you guys know what happens around these levels and what can happen and what is a more than likely probability. And as of right now, I'm definitely eyeing somewhere within this bubble, somewhere within this range, within this year, right? I can definitely say that anywhere between 358 and 322 is going to be a huge range to break. So I can already see that right now, right? That's going to be a huge range for us to break. Probably, if I had to guess, the worst case scenario right now would probably take us to 320, right? Just looking at this range here, that's a very high likelihood, and we can see where these things overlap, right? So as of right now, if I had to take a quick guess of where we're possibly going to go, I'd say high probability is anywhere between 320 to 341, and that's also where major trend is right here, right? You would actually hit sort of close to major trend right here around the 320 range. So as of right now, forecast before, you guys know that my forecast was anywhere between 360 to 375. Forecast right now has actually been a lot lower. It's been lower to 320, and right now we actually closed a violent close on my reverse MACD, which is not a good sign at all. Right? Not a good sign at all. Is this actually a violent close? Actually, no, it's not. It's not a violent close because we're actually closing above the zero, not under. We're actually supposed to be closing under the zero line. Or wait, how does my perfect sell work? This should be at the top. Perfect sell is at the bottom. Oh yeah, perfect sell is at the bottom. So that means that yeah. So this is technically a VC where we closed at the 30 range. Yeah, we closed under 30, which is exactly what we're looking for. So we did close a violent close on the SPY, which is definitely not helping out. This kind of sort of pushes us into very violent territory for this upcoming week and how fast we can move to the downside, which is an obvious observation since we are obviously now at 381, right? So we shouldn't be surprised at dropping this much. But as of right now, SPY forecast is anywhere between 320 to 340. That's going to be my forecast. Remember again, it's just money. It's never a good idea to be irrational of doing certain things by just having a lower portfolio. It can all be made back over the coming months, weeks, years. It comes back eventually. Everybody stay safe. Stay safe, be good, and I'll see you guys later on the next video. Bye-bye.